And welcome back to the Crochet Crowd. In today's video, we're going to do this Red Heart Bitty Stripes scarf. Really nice, easy, one row repeat. You're gonna use an entire ball of Red Heart Bitty Stripes. You're just gonna crochet until you're happy. And it does make a nice, generous lengthening scarf, as you can see. So let me just take it off. Look at one ball gets all of this. I just like how it all patches up too. And it just naturally comes out the ball like that. So just flip it and go. I know, right now, let's go. Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd, as well as my friends at yarnspirations.com. Today is the woven stitch, and it's a really nice stitch. It's very easy to do, and it's in a repeat of 4 rows in order to make this happen. It is double-sided, and you can see how it will go up on an angle, just like you see. It is a nice, easy repeating pattern, as it just maybe I mentioned, I don't know. And it's a multiple of 4 chains plus 3. So if you'd like to change the width of this in order for anything that you would like to do, just go 4, 4, 4, and then add 3 at the end, and then you can do this. Here is the stitching diagram that is available on our website. You can see the video information, the description to be able to find that. There's also written instructions if you prefer not hear me up. So let's begin to show you how to do this. And I'm using Red Heart Bitty Stripes here online. I think with this kind of pattern, the way that it's transitioning on its own, we'll do nice patchwork of color. Let's begin to do this next. For my scarf, I'm going to chain 19, and that's a multiple of 4 plus 3. So if you'd like to change the size, as I mentioned, just do what I said. So just do 19 if you'd like to do the scarf itself. So 1, 2, 3, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Once you have 19 or your multiples done, then you're ready to go for row number 1. Let's do that next. To go to the first row, I want you to go second chain from the hook right here and just get the back hump of the chain, because I think it looks nicer, and just double crochet. And staying on the back hump for the entire chain across, so just move to the next one, just double crochet all the way across just like this, and you will have a total count of 18 stitches every time, and no matter what row you are on going forward. So please double crochet. I'll see you at the end of the row in a moment. So I'm now all the way across right to the very end, and if you want to verify that there was 18 stitches, you can do that. Let's turn our work and do row number 2. Row number 2, just chain 1, won't count as anything, and you're always going to do a half double crochet in the first one and in the last stitch to keep the balance. So do just half double crochet first. And as we start this one, we're going to move to the next post, just straight on down, and the next 2 are front post double crochet. So wrap the hook going in through the post and back out the front, and pull through 2 and 2. That's the front post double crochet, and you'll want to do the next one just the same. So everything is always going to be in groups of pairs, except for when it's not. So they're always in pairs all the way across though. So the next one is going to be a back post double crochet. So you come around the back and do it on the back side. So this is double thickening up your scarf. So if you're in cooler temperatures, this is a good scarf for you. Okay, and then the next 2 are front post double crochet. Now I was on social media the other day and they said they couldn't tell the difference between a back post and a front post. I don't know about you, but it seems like it's obvious to me, but I think somebody's just trying to create trouble. So the next 2 are back post double crochet. So you're alternating between the 2 stitches in pairs all the way across. Okay, and then your 2 front posts. I sometimes think people are just looking for a reason to complain about something. Okay, and we're coming closer to the end. So whenever you're on a row 2, there's 3 stitches left. The last 2 here are going to each be a back post double crochet. And then you're going to half double crochet into the final turning one right here. Okay, so on rows number 2 and 4, you're going to notice is that they're all in pairs like this, but it's going to be 3 and 4 where it's slightly shifted to create that angle. Okay, let's begin number 3. We want to start the shift of the angling that's going to happen, you're going to chain up one and you'll half double crochet in the first one before you even have to start thinking. Now I want you, around the first one, we're going to make that as a back post double crochet this time, so just one by itself. And then you start your pairs from here. So the next two are going to be a front post double crochet. And so by doing this, you're pulling a back post forward like that to create that angular look, just like you see. The next two will be a back post double crochet. Okay, so the next two are what? That's right, they're front post. And you keep alternating between the two of these to get close to the other side. And because this is a row number 3, we have to just worry about on the second last stitch to make sure that we're in sync. Okay, so the next two are front post. I don't know, it seems pretty obvious what's front and back post, right? So then back post double crochet. Front post for 2. And then you're going to notice there's only 2 stitches left. Okay, so they have this one right here and then the half double crochet. So the next one has to be one back post double crochet by itself. And then the very last one is a half double crochet in the turning chain, or in the top of the half double crochet. So you can see that it just slightly just shifted itself this way. So we're going to turn our work and do row number 4. And so when you turn it, see how it's angled this way, but when you turn it, the angle goes the other way. And that's why there's 4 rows in this pattern. Let's begin row number 4. So before we continue too far, it's an even number. And when it's an even number, 2 or 4, it's always in groups of pairs and you don't have to worry about that special beginning and ending. So as you begin row number 4, you're just going to chain 1 and do a half double crochet in the top of the half. Okay, so this one here, the first 2 are going to be a back post double crochet. And so then the next 2 are a front post double crochet, that's right. So then these 2 become a front post double crochet, and this is going to keep that angle moving up. And then the next 2 would be a back post double crochet. So when it's color transition like yarn like this, it actually keeps me really interested because I want to see how the colors are going to work itself out. And so you're just making sure you're keeping everything in sets of 2. And with front post and back post double crochet, you can create a lot of different texture angles as well if you really wanted to explore with that as well. The problem with doing back and front posts though, it tends to compress the work. So when you add it into like a stitch sampler, it doesn't always behave the way you hoped it to, and it can actually cause a lot of problems. So sometimes it's just a good stitch to use on its own. So then we're gonna do the last 2. It's just a front post double crochet. So everything stayed in sets of 2, and then you're gonna half double crochet into the top of the first half double crochet and turn your work and do row number 5. So as we begin number 5, I wanna show you something. You see how you got the angle going up right here? You see that there's nothing here. And so it really gives you an indication that where you need to start. So I need to put in a front post somewhere right now because it's going to be missing completely. So when you start row number 5, you just chain up 1 and apply 1 half double crochet in the first. And the next one is going to be a front post double crochet. And that's because it says it in the pattern, but visually it has to be there as well. So that gives you an indication of what you need to do. And then the next 2 have to be a back post double crochet to keep that indentation and the angle going up on its side. Okay, so then we move along. So the next 2 are front posts. So this stays as a front post and this comes as a front post. So if you can identify and see how the angle is working texturally, you can just put away the pattern and just enjoy the rest of the project. Okay, so the next two are front post double crochet. And then back post. So when I turn my work, we'll be back on row number 2 again. So 2 to 5 is the repeat, but we'll take a look at it and make sure that you understand what you're looking at, and then we'll let you go and you can enjoy this particular idea. This is a great stash busting project that you can do, make a scarf for charity and more. And so we have the front post double crochet will be your last, it's by itself, and then you're just going to go into the end and half double crochet.